So this is my very first nail tutorial and I'm super excited about it because I love nail polish. I'm a huge nail polish junkie and I love experimenting with different colors and different designs. So I'm really happy that I'm finally able to show you guys a tutorial. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this look, and this is a purple gradient look. So it just goes from a dark sparkly purple and then fades into your natural nail color. And I think this look is great for the holiday season. It's great for holiday parties and just for those days when you just want to switch things up a little bit. And don't feel like you need to use purple. You can use any color that you want. I just happen to use purple because I had a ton of purple in my collection, so I figured I may as well use them. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so I just have 2 coats of this nail polish on this hand. As you can see, this hand is already finished, but this is from the Sephora by OPI line, and the color is called Dear Diary, but any kind of pinky nude color will work. Now I'm going to be using a lavender colored nail polish, and this is Barry M's nail paint in number 308 Pale Purple, but any kind of lavender color that you have on hand will also work. I believe OPI's Lucky Lucky Lavender is very similar to this. Okay, so I'm going to start off by taking a little bit of this nail polish and I'm going to wipe off a lot of the excess that's on the brush because you don't want a ton of nail polish on the brush when you're first starting off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off with a very light sheer wash of color, and I'm going to start about right here on my nail. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue on and do the same thing to the rest of my nails. So I am finished with my first coat, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, there isn't a huge difference. So now I am going to continue with another layer. So still using the lavender color. I'm going to move up just a little bit higher on the nail and apply a second coat. And you'll be able to see that it gradually gets darker, and that's what you want. You want to create a gradient effect. Okay, so now I'm left with a very subtle gradient, and I'm going to go ahead and let my nails completely dry before I continue on with the next color. Now that my nails are dry, I'm just going to take some makeup sponges, and I'm actually using the little divider that separates the circle pieces just because I don't want to use a whole sponge, but if you want to use a whole sponge, that's completely fine. The wedge sponges work just as well, and you can also use any kind of other sponge that you have laying around the house, but this is just the most convenient thing for me. Then I'm going to take my OPI nail polish in Visions of Sugarplum, and this is just a sparkly purple color. And I just fold it over the sponge like this. You can hold the sponge whichever way you'd like. This is just the most comfortable way for me. And I'm just going to paint this onto the edge of the sponge. Now because I don't want it to be too concentrated, I'm just going to pat a little bit off on this tissue here. And then I'm going to start putting the color onto my nail. So you really just want a little bit of the color. You don't want it to be too dark. That's why you really want to make sure that you get the excess off of the sponge. So I'm just going to put a little bit more polish on, pat off any excess, and then continue on doing the same thing. So as you can see, the gradient is becoming more noticeable, so we are just going to continue. Each time I come back with the sponge, I'm just going to move up a little bit higher, and I'm going to apply more polish. So the higher you go up, the darker you want it to be. And because you want it to be darker, you may not have to pat off any excess polish. It's really just important that you pat it off for that first initial layer. Okay, so now I'm using the polish directly from the brush, and I'm just going to paint the very tip of my nail. Now that I've let my nails dry for a bit, I'm going to be using my OPI nail polish in Happy Anniversary. And this is just a sheer sparkly white color. And it's really pretty to use as a top coat because I think this just makes the look a little bit more festive. You could skip over this part and just go straight into a clear top coat, but I like making it a little bit sparkly because I like things that sparkle. So I'm just going to go over my nails with one coat of this nail polish. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but it kind of makes the look a little bit more frosty, which I really like, especially because this is a holiday look. Now I'm just going to take a cotton swab with a little bit of nail polish remover on it, and I'm going to fix any kind of little mistakes that I have here. So any kind of smudges, anywhere that the nail polish kind of went onto my skin. And then last but not least, for a top coat, I'm going to be using Seche Vite. So I'm just going to coat all of my nails to seal everything in. Okay, so that is pretty much it, and once you're finished, you should be left with something that looks like this. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know if you want to see more nail tutorials because I'm sure I could come up with other ideas because this was so much fun for me to do. So yeah, I hope you all are having a lovely day, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye!